my YouTube channel, yeah. So my YouTube channel was started very, very long ago when YouTube started. Okay, so back in those days, YouTube was not owned by Google. So YouTube was created by two friends. I've forgotten their names. So they were created by two friends in around March or April of 2005. That is very, very long time ago. I believe you guys haven't been born yet.
Yes, yes. I was born
Yeah,
in 2006.
2006, you see.
Yes, same
so
here.
so my YouTube channel was born in 2006.
What if
Yeah.
the
Oh,
bad guy wasn't the bad guy? What if the hero wasn't really good? What if the damsel in distress was living her life and he took her away from the one she loved? And what if the charming wasn't Sleeping Beauty cause she rejected him a moment before? What if fairy tales don't have happy endings? What if they end up in war? War.
Was born in 2006. Yeah.
oh,
same age as you guys. So what happened was so there's this place called YouTube where people can put their like videos. So back in those days, the videos were Flash. I don't know if you're familiar with like all the different video formats on the internet. So we have Flash, we have MPEG 4, you know, MPEG MP4, and then we have like AVI, and all those different type. So back in those days, it's actually Flash. So YouTube, we can only upload Flash videos up there, and even if you upload some other videos, it will be automatically converted into Flash videos as well. Yeah, so those days are. So in around 2000, early 2006, my hard drive. So you know like this. I just show you an example. So this kind of hard drive. So I used to have like a hard drive, a lot of hard drives like this, and I store my college videos, which some of the videos you are actually watching now. Like I have my vlogs
yeah.
before YouTube. Yeah, if you have seen them. Okay. So I used to store a lot of my vlogs in those hard drive. Okay, in those hard drive, and then one day that one of the hard drive broke down. Okay, one day one of the hard drive broke down, and what happened to your cameras? Okay, one because when I feel like I'm talking to names, it will be a bit weird. Okay, so one of the hard drive broke down, and I was looking for a place to back up my video files and my videos and pictures and audio files. So I found on uh for pictures there was this website called Multiply where I can put in full quality pictures onto Multiply. It is very similar to Google Pictures today, you know, but
Oh,
Google Pictures now is they're gonna charge starting
yes.
today. Yeah. So then, but for videos, there was no place at all for me to put my videos. And then the online drive for every 1 GB, it will cost 20 US dollars. So 20
Oh
US
my.
dollars is a lot of money for especially for me as a college student back then. So, and YouTube is free. So I took some of my important college videos, especially me doing martial arts, because I used to teach martial arts, taekwondo.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
something new. We didn't knew that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You teach martial arts also.
Yeah, I
You're
used to teach martial
multi-talented.
arts. Thank you. So when I was in
Personally,
college,
I
I used
also
to.
learned that.
Yeah, what do you learn? Like
Karate.
oh, karate. Ah, nice. Karate is Japanese. Yeah.
Yes.
So what happened was I just uploaded a few videos of me doing my martial art thing and all those on YouTube, and then and back then we cannot put private our videos, so everyone will be watching. So there are some people watching my martial art videos, and then one of the videos is actually me playing the piano. So and then that that video was recorded by my friend who came to one of my like a mini concert in my school. So I posted it up on YouTube, and people start to watch it, and then they're like, "Oh my God, Ray, you can play the piano too. I thought you are just doing martial art and others." Then slowly, I start to think, oh, maybe I can post some piano covers on this platform, and since some people like it. And back then there was this pianist on YouTube. His name is David Sides. David Sides. So he was the first person who uploaded music like piano covers on YouTube. So I was maybe the second or third person. So after him, I thought, oh wow, this he's doing so good. He can play so well. I'm so happy, to see there's someone like that. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should just play the piano and then post it up on YouTube as well. So there was a piano in my school that I can use. So I just put my camera there, or I asked a friend to help me record, and then I just post it up. And slowly it becomes uh, it becomes like a habit of posting one video a week. So that's how the channel start to grow until around maybe 200,000 subscribers. And then I start to move the entire account back to Malaysia, because I moved from US back to Malaysia, and that kind of affected the algorithm. So it affected the algorithm, and then the views kind of dropped, and then yeah. So things are a lot slower for quite many years already. And recently during the pandemic, since I can't travel the world anymore, I just travel around YouTube. I'm like, oh, when I see any videos, I just like put a comment over there. And the funny thing is, every single one of my comment gets voted up. So it becomes a very funny thing for me to do. I'm like, oh, okay, that's 1,000 likes, crazy. So that's how I like kind of, because I watch YouTube anyway, like any other people, like you, like Hart, like Akash, Shravya, so we all watch YouTube. But the difference is, every time I comment on something, it just gets to the top. So that's why it there's good and bad effect to it. You get some haters, but you also get a lot of new friends. So yeah. Any questions you want to ask me?
Great journey.
So you told that when you were shifting your place from to Malaysia, so you dropped some views. So was it like it was a very bad struggle for you? Means
Not
did you
not
have
really, because
something?
hi. Not really. There's no struggle, because I don't rely on YouTube for my money. You know what I mean? So YouTube is just a platform for me to express my music. Not really too much on the money side. Yeah, I mean, if there's money, it's a bonus. You know what I mean? So I don't really struggle from it. But then it's just that I the views initially in the past, before I moved my account back from US to Malaysia, every time I post, within a few days, it will be like a couple 100,000 views. And then after I move back to Malaysia, then it becomes like every time I post, there will be 1,000, 2,000. So that's a big difference. I don't know if you go on Social Blade, you will be able to see, like, there was a date that the drop happens. Let me see. Have you been to Social Blade before?
Yes, yes, yes.
Let me just,
Actually, we don't rely on YouTube Studio much. Rather, we
yeah.
rely on Social Blade because it shows
Oh,
accuracy of views there.
yeah. But the Social Blade doesn't show. I'm not so sure how if we can go back the go back to the old dates. But
Yes,
basically, what happened was, in around, I think 2011, 2012, I just took my entire account, then I switched the country around. And back in those days, the YouTube algorithm is heavily relied on country, because they were just starting up to in different countries to put their advertisements. So back in those days, is heavily relied on country. And then only in around maybe 2018, 2019, they start to globalize the whole thing again. Yeah. And which is good for me. Which is good for me. Yeah. Now I have friends from
yes,
India. Woohoo!
yes. And
Yeah.
you don't know how many people have been following you.
Are
Sometimes
you
it
serious?
happens. Sometimes it happens like people view your content, people love it,
Mm,
but they don't subscribe.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Yeah, it
they
happens.
feel
It
that
happens
happens.
often.
they feel
Happens
like
very often.
he's already on the top. Why should we subscribe and pin him there?
And this and the
Oh.
pandemic has been like, it's also been a barrier for us to meet. I know, like, I've been a big fan of you. Honestly, my mother listens to your music
Thank
while she's
you.
sipping tea. I find it so funny. And
Thank
the
you.
BTS butter cover, it exploded me. I was such a big fan of you.
Thank
And
you.
this corona barrier, this has been like stopping you from coming to India. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. Because I used to like travel a lot. I mean, if you have seen my videos, I really travel to many different countries, and even each country I travel within the countries as well. So India is definitely one of the country that I want to visit, you know. But and then suddenly this pandemic happened. I'm like, oh, because I personally I love Indian food a lot. I'm not so sure like
Oh,
if you have seen some of my posting. I eat a lot of Indian food.
I've seen your video. I've seen in one of your video you were feeding those fishes in China, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. There's a
I have
lot
seen
of it.
your vlogs that both of YouTube, and
Yeah.
they were like great. Like it tells a story in a very
Mm,
interesting way that people love. That what would be next in that?
yeah. Exactly. So nowadays I've actually been posting my old vlogs, which you know the hard drive that I mentioned earlier. So that hard drive actually contains around, I think maybe at least 10,000 videos of my vlogs in back before YouTube was founded. So I was like thinking, oh, since this pandemic is happening and I have nothing to do at home, I cannot go out to do my business and all those things. So I just take my time to slowly edit and put back all the vlogs together and to entertain you guys.
Yes, sometimes what we see in the old times, it's literally something else than what we have today. Uh,
Yes.
they are the memories which always remains gold.
Mm,
Uh,
exactly.
Flashbacks are very important.
Mm,
They remind you that where have you been? What did you see? What have you experienced? What are you missing out? Right?
yes. Yes, exactly. And my friends, you know, it helps me remember all my friends' names. Yeah.
actually, we came to know that Ray Mak isn't your real name. Then, why? How this name has
How did I
arisen
get
for
this
YouTube?
name? Okay, so there's a story behind it. Okay, so my name is based on the Chinese name because I'm a Chinese in Malaysia. So in Malaysia we have like people of different races. So I'm a Malaysian Chinese. So in usually in a Chinese culture we use our Chinese name. So my Chinese name is Mak. Then my first name is Honkit. So Mak is my surname, which is the family name. Then my actual first name is Honkit. But then when I go to America, so I used to study in America. So when I go to America, everyone will start calling me Hey Hon, Hey Hon. I'm like, oh my God. Because they can't really pronounce my Chinese name. So they're like, Hey Hon, Hey Hon. So I'm like, hmm. Then one of my friend, like my very close friend, she told me that, oh, do you know this? Since you cannot read music, you know, I can't read music. I can only play by ear. So basically, I'm like a blind pianist. I can't see, you know. So that girl told me that, oh, since you can't read music, there's this blind pianist called Ray Charles. Have you heard of him? So he's like a pianist that is blind, but he play like a lot of jazz music. So Ray Charles. So I took the Ray and Ray Mac. So that's how I
that's
got
very
my name.
interesting. That's very out of the box story.
Yes.
Yes, and that's like we can make an another animatic based on it if we want.
Exactly. Yes, yes. So that's how I came into, I mean, having my Ray Mak, which I like a lot because Ray is short, you know, and my surname Mak is actually very rare, so it's very easy for me to get into the Google algorithm. Yeah.
So where you actually belong from? From Malaysia or from China?
I'm Malaysian. Malaysian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malaysian Chinese. Okay.
China would be many generations ago. Many generations ago. It's like in Malaysia, we have people from India, we have people from Malaysia, we have people like from America. So it's kind of like a melting pot, you know. So we have people of like all different races. We have Malaysian, Malay, you know. So yeah.
Yes.
What happened to Ash video?
Actually, I
So
think it is she gets glitches in between.
Yeah,
Even
maybe the internet, like sometimes when
yeah.
our router is
yes.
too far, we get the internet glitch.
Actually,
But
here in India, the density is so much that the internet gets
yeah,
divided in between when
yeah,
reaching to a person.
exactly. Yeah, because I like last week I actually posted a picture of my internet. So my house internet is around 800 plus uh megabytes per second. So it's almost close to 1 gigabyte per second. So that's why people are like, oh my god, this your internet is so fast. Yeah, but because in the area that I stay, there are only a few people. There are not so many people, so the density is very low. So I get very high speed internet. Yeah, and of course I subscribe to the high speed internet as well.
I'm
Yes.
curious to ask the question.
Mm,
So in many of your videos, I've seen that your large hall in which you have 3 or 4 grand pianos. So can you tell
yeah.
about it? So
Okay.
it's your
So
personal room or something, a studio kind of thing?
it's a studio. So I'm actually the ambassador for Yamaha Music Malaysia. Okay. So yeah, in Malaysia we have in every country there's a Yamaha. So Yamaha Japan, Yamaha Europe, Yamaha Indonesia, Yamaha India. So the Yamaha Music Malaysia, I was appointed as one of the ambassador. So I do the keyboards and piano. So I do the keyboards. I promote their product mainly in keyboards and piano. And so as the ambassador, I get to promote their grand piano as well. So I was so if you see me in that big hall, then basically I'm doing a recording and in hope to promote the Yamaha brand to Malaysia and also the whole world. Yeah, so that's why you see so many pianos over there.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
yeah.
I want to ask that how you started practicing music or started with the piano journey? Did you learn
Okay.
from someone else or started by your own?
Okay, so when I was very very young in around 1991, oh my god, so old.
That's that's beyond we can imagine.
I know, right? So in around 1991, I was around 6.5 years old or to 7 years old like that, and I was given a chance by my parents to learn music. So and back in those days, I don't know if you are aware about it. Music back in those days was something that a lot of girls learn. So when I was a little kid, I was asked to learn this piano thing. I'm like, oh my god, this is for girls. I don't want. The whole class is full of girls. Oh no! And so I didn't really enjoy it. But then I was still kind of forced to learn it. So it was a small school in Malaysia. It's called Piano Forte. Yeah, they have been here for very very long time. Okay, and over there I get to learn a lot of my basic in the music. Okay, so I get like some basic and over there, and around age 11, around age 10 and 11, I I start to have eye problems because I and that time you know all four of us are have wearing glasses. You will be able to relate. Okay, so I started to have eye problems, but I didn't know that the eye problem is actually short-sighted. You know, so I just noticed that I start to not able to read the music in front of me. So there was like when I was younger, when I started learning some basic in music, so I had like a sheet music for me to read. So I'm like, I can't see. So when I can't see, I stop. I stopped totally looking at music, and I asked my parents to buy back in those days tapes. Have you seen tapes? Oh my God, I'm so old.
Not
So
seen yet.
yeah. So before CD, last time they have CD. So before CD, there's this thing called tape. So tape is like a square thing where you put into the radio, and that radio tape or cassette tape player, it will play the music. So I will listen to the tape and I'll follow how the tape play, and then I'll play it out. Okay. So from there, I kind of learn how to play by ear. And my first song that I really, really played by ear was the Can You Feel the Love Tonight in the Lion King movie. So Lion
Yeah,
King
yeah.
Yes,
movie.
yes,
Yes.
that song. I was a big fan of that back then.
Ye-
It was like the best song. Like I used to hum it like
yeah.
along with it. My mama used to like that's why she started teaching me music. She thought that I could do good with it.
Exactly. So that song relates to me a lot, because that's how I started how to play by ear. But in before
So,
that, I had some basic in music until the day that I start to not able to see the sheet music. Then I start to rely on my ear. Yeah. So
That's what make you more
yeah.
magnificent. Like uh, your plays are already astonishing us from
mm,
years, and you can't read sheet music, but you play through ears. That's what make
yeah.
music the real music.
Yeah. It's different. But sometimes I do hope that I can read more, because there are a lot of for example, classical pieces that I really want to play. But for me, to go through that classical piece, I have to really really slowly, because I'm like almost like a blind pianist. So I can't really relate to how people can read music so fast. And because of that, I do lack a lot of skills as well. That's why if you go on my YouTube channel, if you listen to my song, it is the everything is very simple. Like if you know music, the whatever progression that I have is very simple. Nothing like all these professional pianists. You know what I mean? Like everything is just simple.
No, no, that's amazing that all the covers you make are just, we have no words actually.
And
Exactly. We're not even
more
close to what you are today. You're a total legend because of that skill, the listening
Thank
skill.
you. Thank
and
you.
moreover, the simplicity of the complex to complex songs, that's make
Mm,
what you are.
Yeah.
Like Ray Mak, yes, he is the one who simplifies every single song.
yeah. So it's like very, very much simple. All my songs are simple. Yeah.
So I want to ask that
Mm.
what's your education history and from where have you done it?
So my main education when I was in university in US is finance and operations management. Finance and operations management. That was the main one. So where I learned about money, about business, and then I also took like some like it's kind of like a minor thing in food science, because my school is very famous for food science. So I kind of like took a minor during the winter, and so I'm like something like a double degree that is offered by my school. So it's a pretty good journey. It's a very good journey.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will start to see a lot because my vlogs at the moment are very new. So I do show a lot of the things that I learned in school over time. I have 18 episodes at the moment. Then slowly episode 19, 20. Then you will see how I venture into both like finance and then science, and how I juggle between them, because it's not a very easy thing. Because I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be just finance, you know what I mean?
We are
Yeah.
at a point of time where we have to take our subjects now. So
Yeah.
we are also deciding what we have to take.
Yeah, it,
So
And
I
it
am,
really depends
sometimes
on what you like. Yeah.
these decisions are drastic. Like if we choose science, we don't know what ahead is there. We just know that
Mm.
yes, doctor sounds fancy, yes, we can go in
Yeah.
it, but we don't
Yeah.
know what a doctor's life will be at that time.
Yeah.
don't know the
Doctors have
reality
no
that
life.
will happen in the future.
Yeah,
They
we,
don't
we
have
re, re,
they
mm,
they don't have anything. But when you start doing the thing you like, you just get that confidence from yourself, right?
yeah. Yeah. So like
Yeah.
finance is something that I really want to take because I want to learn about like how money flows and all those things. But then, like for example, science, biology, and all those things is something that I really like. You know, I like to learn about food. I like to learn about so I try to squeeze all my schedules into one, and my school allows me to take like, for example, 5 different they call it 5 different classes, so which is like 18 credits or 21 credits, where I can push another minor or something like that. So I managed to just push out something. Yeah. So to learn something extra, you know what I mean? It's more about learning. I even took like a simple music class when I was in my school to try to learn how to read music. but I still can't, you know. Yeah.
Influence with
So,
right?
were your
Well,
teacher, did your teachers support all your teachers, like, or there was a lack of support from teachers completely?
In US, the teachers are very supportive actually. So I'm lucky. The throughout my education, whether it's in Malaysia or in US, all my teachers have been very supportive. But that's also because I give a lot. That means I treat my teachers with respect. So when I treat them with respect, they treat me with respect as well. So that's, I believe, the mutual respect is very important. Yeah.
that basically shows like where you are because of the social support you got from the teacher, your friends, and everyone.
Yeah.
Well, because of this, you'd get more and more population. So my question to you is, did you ever get demotivated? And if you were like depressed or something, you got hurt by their words, how did you like deal with it?
Okay. You see, when someone bursts out, okay, with very harsh words to you, a lot of times they don't really mean it. Okay, a lot of times they don't really mean it. They, for example, let's look at the comments. Okay, let's look at the comments on YouTube. I do have a lot of comments that are very nice, and I do have comments that are very like just crazy, you know, like they just ask stupid things, or they just say stupid things. But I put myself in their position. I always do that. I put myself in their position. Why are they so angry and all those things? So instead of hating them back, or instead of being angry, I just treat them with respect. You know, I respect them as a person, and I respect them having their opinion, whether it's about me, about my music. So and that is also the reason I don't get affected at all, like mentally and in my heart, because I don't treat them bad. So you are only affected when you respond with hate or respond with anger. Yeah, but if you respond with love, or if you respond with respect, you won't get it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You won't get the hate too much, like blamed on
Yeah.
yourself.
Internally, you won't feel it at all. Internally, you won't feel it.
So, did
Honestly, I describe you as a much calmer person. I
Mm.
describe you as a much calmer person.
Yeah, I'm very
Much
calm.
calmer than my mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, what you were saying?
so did you have stage fear, like, even when I speak today, I have lots of experience of speaking poetry in front of people. Still, when I go to the stage, I get the fear that no, I can't speak in front of them. So, do
Okay.
you get it too?
Okay. We all have stage fear. Okay. This is something that is inevitable and undeniable. Okay. We all will have stage fear, but the fear is actually something that you can control. Okay, it's something that you can control. So instead of focusing on the audience, you focus on the thing that you are doing. For example, like let's say I'm performing a music, so I focus on the music, but the audience, I treat it as a bonus for me. So the audience give me the energy. Okay, so that means I draw the energy from the audience, so that I can do the things that I'm doing here a lot better. So that will eventually take away the stage fright. I treat the audience like family. It's like I'm performing for a family. You know what I mean?
it actually tells how you came to like, became a this big person. Well, another question, how did your YouTube career came to this extent at YouTube? Like, that's mind blowing. Commenting in Muslim PewDiePie video. I watch him a lot, Justin Y and also.
Okay, so the YouTube thing is like this. So initially the first around 200,000 subscriber, it kind of came from the music part. Okay, so and my channel is the algorithm was affected. That's one thing, and another thing is a lot of my audience in the past, they are already they are quite old. Okay, like for example, when they started watching me, they were like 15-year-old, 16. But then we kind of grew up together. So now they are in their 20s and 30s. So they don't watch YouTube as much as when they were younger, So what happened was like this. During the pandemic, in last year, sometime in March, my country, Malaysia, we have a full lockdown. Like exactly right now. Today is our first day of full lockdown. So we cannot even go out. Okay, we cannot even go out at all. So what happened was, I'm homebound. I cannot travel. I cannot even go out to to buy food. So I'm like, oh,
Oh,
I'm getting crazy. So I started
how do you
watching
deal with
YouTube.
that?
Yeah, we use this thing called like a Grab, something like Uber foods, So we ask the food to come to our house. So that's how. And then I grow my own vegetable. If you notice, on my YouTube channel, I have a lot of vegetable stuff. I grow my own food basically.
Make videos about
And
it.
the
Yeah,
microgreens recently.
microgreens.
Yes.
Yeah. So I grow my own food as a result of the pandemic. You know what I mean? So since I can't travel, I start commenting. And at the same time, a lot of people, they can't travel as well because the pandemic doesn't affect only me. It affects the whole world. So everyone is watching YouTube. And one thing that makes me really stand out is my profile picture. If you notice, I have this profile picture that like kind of the yellow color background with a lot of piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of decent. Like, not like other YouTubers, the
Yeah.
stars.
So I only have one profile picture. So I only have one profile picture across all my social media platforms, whether it's Instagram or whatever. So people kind of recognize my face on the profile picture. So every time they see my comments, they go and like. So the more likes goes on the comment, it will bounce up on the comment section. So the funny thing is, in the beginning, especially in the beginning, I don't really comment a lot. I just comment like on a few recommendation. And PewDiePie, I comment a lot because I've been watching PewDiePie since the beginning of YouTube, since like the beginning when he started. So a lot of his videos, I do comment. I think I may have a few hundred to maybe 1,000 comments on PewDiePie videos because I watch every one of them. And
Yeah, and the top at very instant. Well,
exactly. You got muted. You
Yeah,
got
you
muted.
got muted.
yeah.
Yes.
So like, let's be honest. I've been a very big fan of you. So since like 2006, your career started. That's where like 2005, I was born. And
Wow.
since then, I'm listening to your songs, like only 1 year gap. And so like,
Okay, yes. Just now, how do I pronounce Shravya? Shravya.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
In either ways, actually, my real name is Shravya, but you can call me Aash. AASH.
Ash.
That's my
Yeah.
name.
Okay, so this is the main
Great.
reveal because on my channel as well, we used to do duet of songs. So our first English cover has been released much before. So in comments, we used to get stormed that who is Ash? Who is Ash? Because many people have came with the name Ash. So
yeah.
today she is revealed with her name and her face.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So you were asking something just now before we ended.
Yes, Shravya, you were.
I was just thinking, like, as a fan myself, I wanted to ask you this question for such a long time, that like how what kind of fan interactions were the best for you and the worst for you? So like those Sasange fans and all stuff, obsessed fans that all the Korean armies face, right?
Yeah. Okay. So to me, I do appreciate all my fans, no matter how they approach me. Okay. The only thing that really sometimes get me annoyed is when a fan when they go on my Instagram and then they text me. For example, they text me, and there will be time that I'm very busy, so I can't reply instantly. So they will text me again, another text, hey Ray Mak, and then I'm still busy, and then they, hey Ray Mak, hey, what's up Ray Mak? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up Ray Mak? Hey. So by the time I look at my phone, there are like 40 messages. I'm like, holy cow. So that is the only thing that it can trigger me. But besides that, everything else I'm pretty chill. I interact with my fans a lot on my YouTube, for example, community. And nowadays, because of the pandemic, I've been doing like live stream. So whatever the fans ask me to do, I'll just do. In fact, tonight I'll be doing one live stream in maybe 4 hours time. Yeah. So
Exactly.
that
I
time.
saw your live stream, Instagram live stream yesterday.
Yeah. So I
did it
do a lot of
right.
live stream. Mostly nowadays, I do mostly on YouTube, because YouTube is more stable when it comes to like the live stream quality. Instagram, it lags, so a lot of time when I play halfway, it will just drop out. Yeah.
Yes, that's actually true.
Now, I just want to ask that, what are your future goals? What you want to do now, later? What are your future goals now?
Okay, now we'll be coming from a parent, because now I have like my kids already. So when you become a parent in future, your future will be on your kids. Not really so much about your own dreams and aspirations. So my future goal like used to be, oh, I want to be like good maybe famous YouTuber or something, but now things with children coming around, I will hope that their future are my future, so I hope that they do well. So that is the biggest difference between like when you haven't have kids yet and when you start to have kids. It will be different. So it's the same for your parents. So to your parents, you are their future.
We want to just secure our future first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
They feel like they always feel insecure for everything we do at first. Like when we started YouTube, our parents were like, what's in YouTube? People will see you. People will
They always
notice you.
ask, why are you going for YouTube? What's that?
Yeah, exactly. But one thing about YouTube, if let's say you guys are planning to do something on YouTube together, I would strongly advise that each of you have your own channel. So instead of like 3 of you going to one channel, so each of you have your own different channel, and then you always collaborate. That is the most powerful, because if all 3 of you go on one channel, and when there is like, let's say, monetization, when it gets big, so then that sometimes it will affect like friendship and all those things. And I see that among a lot of YouTubers, they are like the channel totally die off because like 1 or 2 of the party suddenly just disagree or drop out. So I would suggest that each of you have your own YouTube, and then you grow together as collaboration. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's
okay.
a
So
great
can you
advice.
advise that how can we start a YouTube channel? Do we need expensive raw materials for it, or we can start with just our phone and slowly grow?
Like for me, I had nothing, like I had a very bad camera. So just the as long like for me, it was a camera that has something, but has a microphone that can record, on the camera. It's like our phone right now, we have like phones, so things are a lot easier, and our phones are shooting in HD quality. My camera was shooting in 480p.
Oh.
But at that time, it was a very big value to see.
Yeah. Back
480p.
then, it was 480p was called the DVD quality. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we proceed,
yes.
before we proceed forward, there was a fan of yours. Actually, he was shy that how can I approach you, and what would you react? So he just sent us a small gift from him to you.
Uh,
This is a digital art made by him, the
oh
retroscoping
my
digital
god.
art.
Ah! I cannot take a picture of it. One, two, three. Holy cow. I'm so happy.
Heart can
Yeah.
send Heart can send
Yeah.
this picture digitally to you if you
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
want.
That
yes.
would be wonderful, you know.
Because today, even if we are so far apart, but just
Yeah.
in one click, we are just above each other and
Exactly. It's like almost can
just
touch,
beside.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Uh, thank you, thank you. You let my fan. I mean, you please help me express my gratitude and appreciation to that fan over there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And
and mm,
who was your inspiration then? Because we all get inspired at one point. So
mm,
you must be having an inspiration from whom you did inspire.
yeah. So inspiration changes from time to time, depends on our achievements and all those things. So, like I say, if you remember what I mentioned in the beginning, so there was this guy on YouTube. He was the first person who played the piano on YouTube. So his name is David Sides. So that was my first inspiration. So he started posting, and then I'm like, oh my god, David Sides. He posted this song called Apologize, and the Apologize went viral. I'm like, holy cow. And back then, 10,000 views is viral. Yeah, back then 10,000 views is viral. So, and then slowly there were other people who inspire me as well. There were a lot of people who are younger than me that inspired me. So back then there were this pianist called Kylon, but he's no longer posting. Kylon Powell. And then there was I Will Bot. Is also like one Asian pianist, Asian American pianist. And then there were a few others. They were doing like super duper well, but some of them, because of college and other things, then they went back to do their own things. I'm the only one who continued to post persistently until today. Yeah.
But over these years, people tend to see YouTube like this man is just spamming it. So we are giving
Mm,
him subscribers, and so people are making him famous. But they don't see the
yeah.
talent that, even frankly speaking, I too thought that you were just one of the spammers who don't
Yeah.
post any content. And when I looked
Yeah.
into your channel and played some of the videos, I thought that yes, he is the one I was looking for so many time, so much time. So
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
until we don't see your content, we think that you are just the one in the complete line in the queue in between the
Yeah.
YouTube. So
Yeah.
I
Thank
think that
you.
300K is really higher for us, but that's much underrated for your channel. You should be in
Yeah.
millions of, I think, billions. Uh,
Oh my god.
that's too much, but
thank,
yes,
thank you.
that's
Thank you. Yeah, so that's, but for me, because I'm actually, I don't know if you guys know that I'm actually the very first content creator partner in my country. So there were many content creator maybe before me, maybe one or two lah, I would say one or two, three, but I was the first one that became the partner. So back in those days, if you want to become a YouTube partner, you cannot just apply online like that. So you will have to be invited. So Google will send you a physical letter from US. So like an actual Google letter. I don't know if I still have some of my letters or not. Yeah. So an actual Google letter from Google in US, they will send it to Malaysia, and then they'll ask me to sign the form and send it back to US. and for them to let me become their like a YouTube partner kind of thing. Because I'm the one of the earliest or the earliest partner, I get a lot of very special privileges on YouTube. Thankfully, like for example, when I got my silver play button, it came with uh cash vouchers. So it's like maybe I remember it was like 600 to 800 US dollars for me to spend on my gadgets. So I went to buy like microphone and other things. So it was very nice.
yes.
Yeah.
the first thing which happens to us is actually great. Even right now, if we gain a subscriber, we see that what we gained another subscriber. Yes, we should party, we should chill there. And
Yeah,
you had 100,000. That was a very great value for you. And you
yeah.
told you were one of the earliest one. Then that joy was within every single thing you see. Like, yes, this is my joy.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, wow, thank you, you know. And then and because of that, in Malaysia, we do have YouTube organized parties. So I get invited to all the YouTube organized parties in Google Malaysia. So which is a very good privilege. And sometimes their parties will be like in I'll get to see people perform, and sometimes I get to perform. You know, so it's very nice. I get to perform in a lot of like Google events. Yeah, and from Google I get to learn a lot of things as well. They have this thing called they have this academy called the YouTube Creator Academy. I don't know if you are aware of that or not. Yeah, make sure you join that. You know, YouTube Creator Academy really teaches a lot of things. You know, yeah.
So what do you do except music?
So besides music, I actually built this business. Is a supplement business. So you see, it's a supplement business. So I built this business, and I create more people and more families, healthy families in around the world, because this business is actually an international business. So I can recruit and I can sign up new customers in, for example, in Japan, in America, and some of them I don't even need to meet them. I just need to talk to them, tell them why is it important to get uh, proper nutrition, you know, those kind of things. So I educate people. So that's what I do aside from this music thing.
So
That's
so you- so
really
so
a
you
good.
ever have you ever had a team, or have you ever performed, yeah, solo with a
uh,
team?
a lot of times I perform solo, but I've actually performed with maybe singers. I've also performed with guitarists. Guitarist is very easy. You see, if you notice, all my songs, especially the newer ones, the tempo is perfect. I don't know if you noticed that or not. If you try to play my song, for example, Butter,
Yeah.
side by side with the original Butter, it will play exactly in the same tempo and the same beat. You get what I mean? So it's very easy for people to collaborate with me. For example, drummers, singers, guitarists, or percussionists. So it's very easy for them to just put their video on top of my video, and it becomes a new video. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I got.
Yeah. If you notice, like a lot of guitarists and all those things,
Give me
they will do.
inspiration to again recreate your video with mine.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
I
That
can
is
also
actually
try
my
that.
purpose. That is actually my purpose. I purposely recorded all my music in the most perfect tempo, in the most perfect tempo, so that when there's a fan or a friend who wants to collaborate, it's easy for them. Yeah,
So you have been over 10 years on YouTube. That's a pretty long time. Over
yeah. I
means
think
ahead of
almost
10 years. So
14, 15 years.
yes.
I'm so old.
So how was your family reacting on it? Like, it has been 10 to 15 years on YouTube.
Mm. uh I, it's a good journey. You see, like I say, I don't rely on YouTube like 100% for income. Anything that is from YouTube is bonus for me. Anything that is from YouTube is bonus. So I get to do it leisurely, rather than like some YouTubers, they have to burn their midnight oil to produce content, and sometimes not many people are seeing, and then they feel depressed and all those things. But I don't. And because I don't really do it for the money, I get to express myself more naturally. When you start doing things for the money, you'll be less natural, if you notice, especially when it comes to music. Yeah, so I don't do it for the money. But any money that comes in is a bonus. Yeah. In actual fact, today I can say that I do make some good amount of money from YouTube and like Spotify. If you notice, I'm also on Spotify. I'm on Apple Music. So those they pay me a little bit of money as well. Yeah.
So that is a really great thing, that
Yeah.
even though you have your personal life and you are still being on YouTube for so long, people
Yeah.
people should notice that even if you are
Uh,
telling comments, if you even if you are responding to them very quickly, but they should
mm,
notice that you too have a personal life, and they should notice that out of that time uh, you try to motivate them, you try to make
yeah.
something which makes their day. So
Yeah, exactly.
yes.
That's what I always try to do, you know. And I actually spend a lot of you know there's this thing on YouTube. It's called the maximum sub count. That means the maximum people that you can subscribe to. And I've actually exhausted my subscribe button to help new YouTubers. So the thing about YouTube is in order for me to get back my subscribe button, I will have to grow the channel again, then the subscribe button will come back. Uh, Otherwise, even if I unsubscribe from people, that there will be the subscribe button won't work because I've already maxed it out. You know what I mean? So you try not to subscribe to too many people. Otherwise, you screw up your account like me.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Um, so this question is kind of like about us, about the small YouTubers. So
Mm,
like I quit it singing. I actually wanted to continue it, but since this lockdown, I got really demotivated and depressed because I lost a lot of people. It's kind of personal thing for me, but
yeah.
I'll be very open with you.
Mm,
So like I know life is a bit hard and tough, but I'm ready to struggle for it. I want to learn
mm,
music again. So like it
mm.
would help me if you just tell me how, um if you could just tell me how to make it like big, how do I strike gold, right?
Mm. Okay. So like I say,
How did
don't look at striking goal first, but in actual fact, you look at a perseverance and persistency and of course consistent. So what I mean by that, you give yourself a schedule. For example, in 1 week, okay, let's say in 1 week, I want to produce 2 videos. So you make sure that in that week you commit to 2 videos, and if anything extra from the 2 videos is a bonus. You get what I mean? So the commitment is more important than what you are getting in return, because in life we give before we take, and the more you give, the more you will receive. So there will be many things that have happened to us and we will feel demotivated, but you take that demotivation and turn it around as energy. Okay. Like for example, in the pandemic, in the beginning of the pandemic, I was very demotivated as well. I was like, oh my God, now I can't go to Yamaha, because in the past, I always go to Yamaha and I play on their $1 million piano. So that in Yamaha, that the big piano that you are looking at is actually $1 million piano. Okay, so I get to
I
play on
thought
their million.
earlier that you might be owning all of them.
Yeah, no, that is the $1 million piano. So I don't get to own them yet. So what happened was I told myself, oh my God, I'm so demotivated. I can't play on that $1 million piano. I miss that piano so much, you know. Then then there was like a week or two that I was totally demotivated. I was like so sad. I just told myself, maybe I should do this. I put on my handphone my schedules. Let me see if I can show you like how my schedules look like even during the pandemic. Okay, so if you can see, it's so full. Can you see that?
Oh, that's
uh, actually
Yeah,
we
it's
are very grateful
almost
that
full.
you took
yeah,
time for
it's
us.
almost full.
We're
See,
very grateful for
it's
that.
almost. Uh, so
It's like
I
our
just told
6 hour
myself.
school is going 3 times.
Exactly. So what I do is I will put YouTube under my to-do list. So in one whole week, I will make 2 days. I will take out maybe 4 hours from the 2 days. Okay. And I commit to it. I'll just make something out of it. It can be a short video. it can be a song, or it can be anything. So in the beginning, you won't see anything. Okay. In the beginning, maybe you will feel like, oh, I've posted 20 videos, but no one is watching me, you know. But if you continue posting, all you need is one viral video. All you need is one viral video. The moment you hit that one viral video, that is goal already. That is goal. And because now YouTube, they have this 1,000 subscriber and 4,000 hours of watch time thing. So when your schedule is consistent, it's easier for you to see the hours go like it will just within maybe 3 to 6 months, you will get that 4,000 hours. You know what I mean? But if you're not
Yes.
consistent, then you will feel demotivated. You're like, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
absolutely true. So,
yeah,
do you think that all these things which you have did, any other person can do if they get to it?
yeah. Anyone can do what I do. Absolutely everyone can do what I do. Especially because like my piano skill is quite basic. You know what I mean? So
It's
yeah,
basic
so
but extraordinary.
yeah, so it's something that I mean, I try to improve over time, but it's still not easy for me because I cannot read music, so I lack the technical skills that other pianists have. You know, if you look at other pianists like Kyle Laundry and those pan piano, those are very technical people.
you, do you push yourself, or you just give yourself a break, like have some limits, like till can you work, because like your schedule is hectic. We have seen right now,
Yeah.
it's
So
kind of
to me, you see, do you know diamonds? So diamonds uh, are carbon without pressure. So when you have some pressure on the carbon, then it turns into diamonds. So in our life, we do need some pressure. And the pressure, if let's say you are working on yourself, you don't have a boss, you know, then the pressure, you will have to kind of instill it upon yourself. So you give yourself a little bit of pressure, and only with pressure you can grow. Without that, then you will just slack, you know. Oh, I'm no pressure. I'm so free, you know. I can do freelance. You know what I mean? So give yourself a little bit of pressure, but schedule your pressure. So that there will be breaks. I mean, if you notice on just now I was showing you, there are some days that there are almost nothing. You see,
Yeah,
some of the days are empty.
Saturdays, I think.
Yeah, Saturday, even Saturday, Sunday, sometimes I have. But then if you see some of the days are totally empty. Yeah,
the
so
fact.
those are my pressure relief days.
Yes.
So
So,
I
It's
want
good
to
to give
ask that
yourself.
there's a
Ask.
misconception
Family
that
Yeah,
day.
if a person doesn't have a tutor, he cannot learn music or any other art.
yeah.
So what's your advice that can a person learn by himself only by his hard work and his practice?
Okay, nowadays, fortunately, we are living in a age of technology. Okay, we don't really require a tutor because the best tutors are
YouTube.
already on YouTube. I can tell you, the best tutors in the world are already on YouTube. Like I learned how to grow my microgreens from scratch on YouTube. I learned how to cook. Okay, and I can even make the roti prata. From
Oh, you learn
yeah.
roti also.
Yes, I can make roti prata. I learned it from Google. You know what I mean? So like tandoori chicken, you know, those kind of things. A lot of things
Oh,
nowadays you can learn
so can you
from
advise uh,
uh
can you advise some dish that we can learn of yours? A
yeah.
Malaysian dish that's definitely
Okay,
trying.
Malaysian. Okay, the most famous dish in Malaysia is called nasi lemak. So which is rice, and lemak is like fats. So it's basically coconut milk rice. So coconut rice. Yeah.
Nasi
So
lemak.
that's nasi lemak. Yeah. You
Oh,
can put famous dish in Malaysia. The first one you will see is nasi lemak.
oh,
Yeah.
I will try at my home now.
Yeah, exactly.
me too.
It's very simple to make. It's very simple to make. Yeah, you just need
I guess like
coconut
my
milk.
father also went to Malaysia. He has this like transfer system, so he
Ah,
goes to China, Malaysia, different countries.
nice.
That's why excited to like
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, if you guys ever come, I'll be so happy to bring you guys around, you know, to the best food.
So where do you
Of
live in Malaysia?
I live in the city center of Malaysia. So it's called Kuala Lumpur. So I live in the middle of Kuala Lumpur.
If
We too had a
in
dream
future
of
if we get
coming
the
to Malaysia.
chance to meet you,
Yeah.
will be
Yes, we
Yeah, that'll
too
be good.
had a dream to come to Malaysia and meet one of our favorite pianists, you,
Yeah, thank
and
you.
that's you.
Yes,
And
I've been
we
a
will
fan of
rock there when we'll come.
yes,
Yeah, yeah. If you
I've been a
notice,
fan of
yeah, thank you.
I've been a fan of like this Malaysian I guess that's Malaysian TV show Bola Kampung. I guess it's called that.
Yeah, yeah. That one is
Football
like
and stuff.
football and all those things. I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys notice on my Instagram or my YouTube community, uh, in the past few years, there are a lot of YouTubers that came from other countries to visit me, and I actually took them around. I took them around, so they are very very happy. Because I know a lot of places in Malaysia and I know where to eat the best food, you know, so I always bring them around. Yeah.
yes,
So if you guys have a chance to come, then I'll be super duper happy. But hopefully
yeah.
the pandemic will end soon, because right now I can't even get out of my house.
Okay, so
Mm,
it's been a great time with you, sir. And
yeah.
so now let's end this show. But
With taking
I
a
hope,
picture too.
yes, I hope we always be together and we
Mm,
always be in touch with each other. You
definitely,
must be
definitely.
have a very busy schedule, but
Yeah.
we will always be there
Thank
following
you.
you
Thank
on
you.
YouTube.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Really wish
very
so
to
pleasure
Yeah.
talking to you.
yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
before leaving, can you give a short tip to the audience watching on that side of the screen
Mm.
on how to perceive their dreams?
Okay, you see, like I mentioned, dreams do change from time to time. Dreams, aspiration, and all those things do change from time to time. But instead of focusing on one big dream, you make small goals and like small dreams, and you achieve one by one. And every time after you achieve that small little dream, you reward yourself. And all those small little dreams, it will combine and form that big dream that you really want. That is, I guess, my message to all.
That's a really great message. So you are a really very big star, and there's a too big future in front of you. And
Thank you.
there is a lot of money to be made by you, but moreover, there's too much growth to be had, and there's too long
Thank
road for
you.
you ahead. So
Yeah.
even if even if you don't end up as just Ray Mak, you will end up as some other kind of media moguls, and I'm ready to
Yes.
bet on you forever for that best
Thank
seat of
you.
music. And
Thank you. Thank you.
again, just during
Yeah.
this conversation, we all of us have learned so much, and I really appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you, sir,
you.
for being with us on
Yeah.
Thanks
Dreams
a
with
lot, sir.
Creations.
Thanks a
Yeah.
lot
Thanks a
for
lot,
your
sir.
precious time.
Thank you. Let's
I
take a
really wish
picture
to
together.
collaborate.
Yeah,
Mm.
before leaving, we shall take a.
Yeah.
We
And
can't take a selfie, but
Ash, maybe you can turn your phone. You can turn your phone so that it's horizontal.
Yes.
Then we can see a bigger you when we take a picture. So yeah. I believe it's an iPhone. Okay.
No, it's an Oppo.
No? Oh, okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me just save that picture. Okay. Nice. Very, very, very beautiful.